Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Marcus, and I am bringing you a review of the Syma X8G, the first review on the Drone It Yourself channel, and let's get right into it. So, first of all, the Syma X8G, it's a pretty great quadcopter for the price, honestly. It has a lot of upsides as well as downsides. But first, let's give you a detailed review of the specs of the quadcopter. Now the battery that the quadcopter uses is a 7.4 volt 2S 2000 milliamp hour LiPo. That's the one that comes with it. You can buy upgraded ones that, for example, are 2200 milliamp hours, or maybe even a higher C rating. Okay, and the camera that it comes with is a GoPro-like 8 megapixel camera that can switch between 1080p and 720p. And you get a higher frame rate with the 720p and less frame rate with the 1080p, but high resolution. Next, flight time recording. So I tested this myself, and I got around 7 minutes and 49 seconds of flight time, and that is with the camera on it. And without the camera on it, just flying the quadcopter, without recording, I got a flight time of 12 minutes. And the price that I found was about $115 US. So it's a pretty good price for what you get, honestly. It's not a Phantom 4 or anything like that, but it definitely is a good quadcopter if you're just getting into the hobby or you want to get a nice quadcopter for yourself for a good price. It is in the kind of toy side of quadcopters, but it is a lot of fun to fly. Okay, and the max operating range is 100 meters unless you extend that with a range extender on your either remote or on your quadcopter. Now, you can actually use the same transmitter as pretty much every other Syma quadcopter. The weight is 1600 grams or 3.5 pounds. And it also has other features such as headless mode and remote recording and remote picture taking. So you don't have to start the recording manually by pressing a button on it. You can just start recording in mid-flight. And it has headless mode, so it's easier to fly. This is more for if you're new to flying quadcopters. If you go up, it records or if you go forward, it records what direction it was when it took off, and it will keep going that direction if you put the forward in the stick. The flight mode is the only flight mode it has is stabilized mode, and the availability of extra parts online is very high, actually, just because it's a Syma product and those are very popular. And it has a very high durability. Even though it is made of plastic, it is a very durable plastic, and with its heavy weight, you don't get as much durability as a smaller quadcopter, but it is definitely very durable for its size. And it also has a multi-directional flip forward, backward, left, and right. Okay, let's get into the upsides now. It uses a standard Syma transmitter, and you can see that on the screen right here. It is relatively cheap for its overall capabilities, and it uses a universal camera mount, so you can mount a GoPro or some other kind of quadcopter on there with the same mount that you get with the case that you get with the GoPro or the other camera that you decide to use. It is very durable. Extra parts are very readily available online, and it has mediocre video recording and picture taking. Very definitely entry level, but actually surprisingly good. It is very modifiable and is very versatile. But some of the downsides can include it's somewhat underpowered. If you go too high, or if you flip on a low battery level, or sometimes if you have the camera on and you flip, sometimes it'll have to go all the way to the ground and bounce off the ground until it can actually accelerate again. And it also has to be registered by the FAA if you're in the US because of its weight. The batteries are very crammed inside of the battery compartment, so they're kind of hard to get in and out, and the batteries can easily be damaged if you don't put it in the correct way. It has brushed motors, which if you have been with quadcopters or just know a lot about motors, brushed motors are not nearly as good as brushless motors, and they can burn out easily. And camera connector is odd and very breakable. So it's kind of like a micro USB on one side, and then like an audio jack on the other side. It's really weird. So I can see you having a hard time finding it, like a replacement for it online. But other than that, it doesn't have too many downsides, and it has a lot of upsides. I give this quadcopter a 4 out of 5. Definitely a great quadcopter for the price, and I would highly recommend buying it as an entry-level quadcopter. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.